its 100% support. We have all of our local, state, and federal partners working together to make sure we get resources on the ground.
Well, so the governor of North Carolina surveying the damage with the president yesterday, Hurricane Florence. President Trump joining him yesterday, receiving a warm welcome. Meanwhile, in Brunswick County, the worst of the flooding apparently is still yet to come, if you can believe that, even today. Brian Yennis is in the water, back on the ground with us today there. Brian, what do you see?
Hi, Bill. We are on a boat right now with the Brunswick County Sheriff's Department, and it's just devastation. Flooding that we have not seen here since Hurricane Floyd, in fact, worse. We're in the Waccamaw River floodplain, which is in Brunswick County on the border of North Carolina and South Carolina, and take a look at the type of flooding we're seeing here. That is a home that was evacuated, but you can see at the front porch with those two dog statues, it looks like, how high the water is. Over there on your right, you see a little paddle boat. Ryan King is there. He lives down the block. His family evacuated, but he stayed with his home. His home just down the block did not flood, luckily. He just got off there. The currents are strong. I guess he needs a break. And if you look over here to the right, you see the vehicles over here that are flooded as well. That just gives you an idea. We're talking about some 17 feet plus 20 feet, and this river, the Waccamaw River, has not even crested yet. And as we move here on this boat, you'll start to see the level of devastation we're talking about. Water is the big killer here in terms of the types of deaths that we've seen because of this storm, Bill. 24 of the 27 deaths in North Carolina have come from flooding, primarily people in their vehicles. And if you see, we're going to go and move a little bit faster here. Again, this is the big concern. The rain was not necessarily the big issue here in terms of flooding. During the storm, yeah, they got some 12 to 13 inches. But now you're talking about that water coming in from the north, coming down to the river here in the Waccamaw River Basin. And that is why we're seeing this excess flooding. Again, the worst is expected tomorrow when the river crests. We're talking about close to over 30 feet. Some neighbor had a mark on his tree from Hurricane Floyd, which was the worst disaster here since Florence, and he already had that watermark way over there. But you can see some of these tool sheds here that are underwater, and over here you see some of these homes as well to the right. That home actually belongs to a deputy. But again, Bill, this situation here, the flooding is the big concern, and these folks here now, it's all about whether or not when they're going to come home. They need to be careful with this water, Bill.
Going on a week now. Thanks, Brian Yennis, back on the ground there in North Carolina. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Brian. President Trump hitting the